My name is Ben. I'm a 25-year-old office worker. I have a girlfriend my age that I have been dating since the second grade of middle school. I was getting used to my job and was beginning to think that it was time to marry her. I decided to propose to her on Christmas, so I talked to her and our mutual friends and planned the day. I secretly made reservations for a restaurant and a suite at the luxury hotel that she had always wanted to go to and waited excitedly. It was about 3 months before Christmas when I started to feel that she was acting strangely. She and I were living together, but she started coming home extremely late and working on holidays. She started talking to me less and less and often avoided me because she said she was tired. I knew this was not a good thing, so I decided to talk to her when she was home on her day off. Recently, your overtime work and holiday work have suddenly increased. Are you that busy with work?
What? Can you please not talk about work on my day off? It's none of your business if I'm busy.
None of your business, you say. It's only normal to at least be worried, right?
I didn't ask you to worry. You suspect me of cheating on you anyway, don't you?
I was genuinely concerned about her, but she seemed to think I suspected her of cheating on me. I never suspected of you cheating on me. On the contrary, can you tell me why you would say such a thing?
I'm just saying it's a common story. I can't relax at home at all because of you, so I'm going out.
No, wait a minute. I'm not done talking. I tried to keep her from ending the conversation. However, she let out a sigh of annoyance, got ready to go out and left. Although I distrusted her attitude, I decided to assume that it must be a kind of melody since we had been together for more than 10 years. Her behavior did not improve after that. In fact, she started going home in the morning instead of coming home late at night. I had a lot of work to do toward the end of the year, and time passed without any improvement in our relationship. Although I had my own unexplainable insecurities, I believed that we would be able to return to our former relationship after I proposed to her on Christmas Day. A few days later, it was finally the day before the proposal. The world was a state of excitement because it was Christmas Eve. I was filled with nervousness and excitement thinking about the proposal tomorrow. I went home after work and waited for her to return. She had informed me that she would be home on time today, so I bought some audible and a cake at the department store and set the table. After a while, she came home at an unbelievably early hour. Welcome home. I bought a bunch of stuff at the department store.
I see. I'd like to talk to you about something.
I spoke to her in a cheerful voice as if to dispel the bad atmosphere that had been prevailing between her and me recently. But she didn't even take a glance at me and said she needed to talk to me. I could tell from her mood that it wasn't a very good talk. What do you mean? Let's talk over dinner.
No, I don't want dinner. I'm going out after anyways.
What do you mean going out? Since it's Christmas Eve, why don't we spend it together?
Oh, come on. That's so depressing. I'm sick and tired of it, Ben.
She scratched her head and said in frustration, Isn't it too much to be depressed or fed up? You've been acting funny lately to begin with, you know that. If there's something wrong with you, talk to me.
That's why. I'm going to tell you now, so shut up and listen. I have found someone I like. That's why I'm breaking up with you.
She gives me a half smile as if she's stirring me up. I was at a loss for words as I was confronted with the fact that I have been pretending not to notice until now.
Why don't you say something? It's not like we were engaged, so I'm not going to pay you alimony.
You said you had found someone you liked. That means you were cheating on me, right?
Yes, it's that bad. My relationship with you has been in a rut lately anyway. Unlike you, my new boyfriend is good-looking and well-paid.
I knew you were cheating when you've been coming home late and working on your days off for the past 3 months.
You didn't notice at all, so it was a piece of cake. I am pregnant with this child, so can't you just break up with me and stop talking about it?
She seemed to have completely opened up and blurted out her betrayal with a weary smile on her face. Why didn't you break up with me when you found someone else?
There was no particular reason. It was just a hassle. Oh, stop whining and being such a wimp. That part of you really gets on my nerves.
I was incredibly damaged by what she said to me. I was speechless and she started to pack up her things. As I stared in amazement at her packing her clothes and valuables into her bag, I finally realized that I was done with her. All right, I understand. Let's break up. I understand that it's pointless to keep you here. This house was originally under contract to me, so you should leave.
You finally get it? You're really so to the end, aren't you? I'm getting out of this house. Send me everything except for what I'm taking today to my parents' house.
Oh, okay. I'll send it all tomorrow. Oh, and give me back my duplicate key. She didn't like me telling her what to do, so she glared at me and slammed the duplicate key on the table.
Fine, I'm going to go to my boyfriend's.
She grabbed her stuff and left the house. All that she left in the house was me and a lot of food I had bought at the department store. I didn't want to be alone in this room, so I called my friend. I simply told him that I had broken up with my girlfriend and that I didn't want to be alone in the room. After a while, he called me. My friend and my friend's girlfriend came together. Sorry to bother you this evening, okay? No, don't worry about it, but that doesn't matter. Are you okay? My friend's kind words made me cry. Both my friend and his girlfriend were the ones I asked for advice on proposing to Alma. My friend and his girlfriend were looking at me with sad faces. I know it's not okay, but it just doesn't feel real. That's right. But why did you decide to break up? She was cheating on me. She revealed it to me today. She's pregnant with her cheating partner's child. My friends gasp when they hear my words. I had noticed something strange about her for the past 3 months. I had no idea she was cheating on me. It's funny that I was planning to propose to her without knowing anything about it. I couldn't hold back my tears. You didn't do anything wrong. I just wish there was something I could do to get back at her.
You were not engaged, so you can't get alimony or anything. If the cheating partner was married or something, I'd tell his wife about it.
Ben, do you know anything about the cheating partner? No, I don't know anything. I only found out today that she was cheating on me in the first place. My friends were whispering something to each other. I don't know if you're okay with this, but maybe we can find out who she's been cheating with. Maybe we can get some payback. Payback? Of course, if you don't want payback, that's fine. But as far as I'm concerned, I can't forgive her. I considered my friend's suggestion of payback. Do I want to get back at her? We have been together for more than 10 years, and I have seen many good things and bad things about her. After spending so many years together, I decided I wanted to spend the rest of my life with her, and yet she trampled on all my feelings. The way she revealed her affair to me, she was a woman I had never known. Gradually, I felt my head start to cool off. I guess despite the sudden breakup, I was more excited than I thought. As my head cooled down, I began to feel anger towards her. I thought about it, and I can't allow her to be happy. I want to get back at her. I see. Well, you'll find out about your girlfriend's affair. You need to get some rest. I almost cried again at my friend Paul's concern.
Well, that's enough for this gloomy talk. We've got so many trees here. It would be a waste if we didn't eat them.
At the suggestion of Paul's girlfriend Leah, we then moved on and had a fun dinner party. Thanks to them, I was able to move on without getting more depressed than necessary. As an apology for calling them here on Christmas Eve, I gave the restaurant and hotel I had reserved for the proposal to them both. They had been together for a long time, and they had no special plans for Christmas tomorrow. My friend's girlfriend was delightful. The next day, I was a bit hungover from drinking too much yesterday, but I packed up her remaining personal belongings. Suddenly, I felt bad about sending her stuff without any notice, so I called her parents' house. It's been a while. It's Ben. I need to talk to you about Alma.
Oh, Ben, what's wrong? Did you have a fight with my daughter?
She didn't tell her parents that she broke up with me. I broke up with Alma yesterday. I want to send Alma's stuff to you.
What? You broke up? Why? I thought you two were supposed to get married.
Alma has found someone else she likes.
I see. I'm sorry about my daughter. Can you send the package by Fright Collect?
I'm really sorry. Her mother's voice was a little shaky. I hung up the call, feeling sorry. Then I sent her luggage, which I had put together with cash on delivery. I also redecorated her room and felt refreshed. A few days has passed since I left her. I didn't feel any more of her than I thought I would. In fact, I was living a comfortable life because I didn't have to worry about what she was up to. Then I got a call from Paul, who said he was going to find out about her affair and that he had gotten some interesting information. He agreed to come over to my place after work to talk. Ben, you look better than I thought you would. Thanks to you, I've lived comfortably without that much of a drag. I'm glad to hear that. Leo was worried too. Oh, and while we're on the subject, your girlfriend's cheating boyfriend had a fiancé. Fiancé? So he was engaged and even cheated on her. That's the worst kind of man. That's right. And there's more. I heard that your girlfriend was dumped by the person she cheated on you with. What? But she's pregnant by the guy she cheated on me with. The fiancé of the cheating partner was the daughter of the president of the company, and from the point of view of the cheating partner, his true goal was his fiancé. So she kicked him out without question when he came to her house asking her to marry him because he had a baby on Christmas Eve. I didn't lose my anger toward Alma or stop getting back at her, but I still felt a little sorry for her. After all, she had been tossed around and dumped too. It seems like a hell of a mess, but how did you figure that out? No, I didn't really look into it. Got a call from my girlfriend at my friend's girlfriend's place. He took away her house key, and so she couldn't go home, and she can't go back to her parents' house because she lied to them. What are you making it sound like it's my fault? Well, I don't have anything to hide, so I don't care. Oh, don't worry about it, 'cause we're spreading the truth. I thank God I had a real good friend. She seemed to be having a bad enough time just for what my friend told me, so I decided to hold off on taking any action from our side for the time being. After that, I heard a little more about the location from my friend, and then we split up. Few days after my friend told me about her and the cheating boyfriend, came home to find her inside the house for some reason.
Ben, welcome home. Thanks for working hard. Dinner is ready.
There she was, the sweet, gentle woman she had been when we first moved in together. But I couldn't help but be creeped out by her appearance. Why are you here? How did you get inside my house?
What's wrong? You look so scared. Oh yeah, you have to lock the balcony window properly, you know.
Her statement gave me a hunch. She had broken into the house from the balcony. When we lived together, the neighbors and she seemed to be very close. So she must have entered the house through the balcony from next door, saying she had lost the key or something like that. You're trespassing. If you don't want me to call the police, get the hell out of my house.
Why would you say that? I'm your future wife, aren't I?
I don't understand what you're talking about. Just get the hell out of here.
What? Are you still mad at me about the other day? It was just a small quarrel. Let's make up.
I could only see her as an outsider in front of me. I was fed up with her acting as if what she had said to me the other day had never happened, and her insistence that we make up. I think it's too much to let you come back to me just because you were dumped by the person you cheated on me with. I will never forgive you, and I have no intention of getting back together with you.
Why? You even made plans to propose to me, didn't you? Because I know.
The woman I wanted to marry was gone the day we broke up. I had nothing more to say to you. I will either call the police or you can leave on your own.
I don't want to. What am I going to do if even you dump me? I'll do anything. Please, let's start over.
I decided to call the police because we were not getting anywhere talking like this. I took out my phone and tried to call, but she must have realized how serious I was, because she rushed out of the house. After watching her walk away from my apartment, I visited my neighbor. As expected, she said she had lost her keys and had broken into the home through the balcony from next door. I told the neighbor that I had already broken up with her and that things were a bit complicated and I didn't want to get involved. The neighbor seemed to have only helped her out of the goodness of his heart and promised not to do anything like that again in the future. After that, I had laid the groundwork with a neighbor. I called her parents' house. I'm sorry to contact you on such short notice. I need to talk to you urgently about Alma.
Oh, Ben, did my daughter do something again?
Alma was trespassing on my house through the neighbor's balcony today. I tried to call the police, but she ran away.
She did what? That girl is out of her mind. The other day I received the consent certified mail. It's a demand for alimony.
Oh, I was told that the person she cheated with has a fiancé. If the fiancé is asking for alimony, he must have been officially engaged, so she'd better straighten up and pay the alimony.
After I heard from you, I disowned my daughter. That's why I couldn't get in touch with her at all. Anyway, I'm sorry for all the trouble she's caused you. If she still bugs you, you can call the police without mercy. Her mother sounded so tired that I could tell just by her voice, but it was none of my business, so I just told her what I had to and hung up. A few months later, recently I heard about what happened between her and her affair partner. For the sake of clarity, I will refer to Alma's cheating partner as Fred and his fiancée as Jolene. First of all, Alma and Fred got married at Jolene's request. After the child was born, a DNA test was conducted to be sure, but it was confirmed to be Fred's. Both Alma and Fred had been demanded a considerable amount of alimony from Jolene, but neither of them was able to pay. So now, the couple is working day and night at a factory owned by Jolene's family and collecting all but the minimum necessary money as alimony payments. For now, neither Alma nor Fred are running to other men and women, but their relationship is troubled and they fight daily. She tried to tell her old friends and acquaintances about her complaints about her current difficult life, but this time, the circumstances that began with her affair came known to all those around her, and they all cut her off. I also received an email from Alma complaining about her marriage to Fred and demanding that we get back together, but I did not reply to it and blocked the address. Jolene contacted me directly only once. Jolene apologized for what Fred had done, even though it was not her fault, and gave me an explanation of how Alma and Fred would be treated in the future. Alma and Fred are now paying the alimony for the broken engagement and the affair. Even after all that is paid, there's still the embezzlement money that's still waiting to be repaid. Fred has taken the liberty to spending Jolene's money to pay for his estate's
with her and other expenses, and so they both agreed not to turn him into the police on the condition that he and his wife would spend the rest of their lives making repayments. Since Fred's child who was born to Alma was innocent, the child was adopted by a couple with Jolene's family who had been unable to have children. I had done nothing special myself, but somehow Alma and Fred had fallen into a life of despair. I had never been in a relationship with a woman other than my girlfriend, but I had a good feeling with the woman I met at the wedding of a couple of friends who helped me this time. I am enjoying my new love, while my friends are helping me recover. I am not thinking of getting married again yet, but for the first time being, I'm going to enjoy love to the fullest, which I have not been able to experience before.